Let's take a step back from the noise for a moment. If you've been following the Nikon Z8 II rumor scene over the last several months, you've probably noticed something unusual. The internet is absolutely flooded with videos, thumbnails, articles, and social media posts claiming to reveal the next generation Nikon Z8. Every few days, another video appears with a supposedly leaked specification sheet, a specific launch date, or an exact price. Some thumbnails make the Nikon Z8 II sound like the biggest camera Nikon has ever created. Others confidently claim to know exactly when it will be announced and what sensor it will use. But there's a problem. A growing number of experienced members of the Nikon community are questioning where these claims are actually coming from. And increasingly, the answer seems to be a mixture of AI-generated content, recycled speculation, fabricated specifications, and clickbait presented as if it were genuine reporting. So instead of adding another layer to the rumor cycle, let's ask the question that actually matters: what do we genuinely know about the Nikon Z8 II? The first thing we need to establish is what has actually been confirmed. And right now, that list is extremely short. Nikon has not officially announced the Nikon Z8 II. There is no public Nikon specification sheet for the camera, no confirmed launch date, no official price, and no reliable announcement explaining exactly what Nikon intends to do with the Z8 line. More importantly, many of the highly specific specifications currently circulating online don't appear to have an independent source behind them. Exact megapixel numbers, precise burst rates, detailed processor specifications, rumored red codec implementations, and specific pricing figures are often repeated from one video to another, but when you trace the information backward, the trail frequently leads to another YouTube video or forum comment rather than an actual Nikon source. In other words, repetition is being mistaken for confirmation. That's an important distinction. If 10 YouTube channels repeat the same specification, that doesn't automatically mean 10 independent sources have confirmed it. It could simply mean that 10 creators watched the same original video and repeated the same claim. And once AI-generated articles and videos enter that cycle, the situation becomes even more complicated. A speculative comment can become a headline. That headline can become training material for another piece of AI-generated content. The new content then gets cited as evidence for the original speculation. Before long, an unverified idea starts looking like established information simply because it has appeared everywhere. The rumored price of the Nikon Z8 II is a good example of how this cycle can work. A specific figure has appeared repeatedly in online discussions, but some experienced community members have pointed out that numbers like this can originate from ordinary forum speculation and later return to the internet disguised as leaked intelligence. Once a number appears in enough videos, viewers naturally assume someone must have inside information. But without an independent source, it is still speculation. So where does that leave us? It leaves us with a surprisingly simple answer: we don't currently know the final specifications of the Nikon Z8 II. But that doesn't mean we know nothing. There are reasonable predictions we can make by looking at Nikon's current technology, its product history, and the direction of its engineering development. Those predictions are very different from claiming that a specific leaked specification is confirmed. And that distinction is particularly important when discussing a camera that hasn't officially entered the market. One of the most logical areas for improvement would be processing power. A future Z8 generation camera would almost certainly need a newer and more capable processor than the current generation. Faster processing could improve autofocus calculations, subject recognition, image processing, video performance, and overall camera responsiveness. Nikon's continued development of its processing architecture makes a next-generation processor a reasonable expectation, but the exact name, specifications, and capabilities should not be treated as confirmed until Nikon provides that information. Autofocus is another obvious area where improvements would make sense. Modern mirrorless cameras increasingly depend on sophisticated computational processing to recognize people, animals, vehicles, and other subjects. A more powerful processing platform could potentially allow Nikon to improve subject detection and tracking while also making the system more responsive. But again, there is a major difference between saying an improved autofocus system would be logical and claiming that we know exactly how many recognition categories or how much faster it will be. Then there is perhaps the most obvious issue with the original Z8, heat. The Nikon Z8 is an exceptionally capable hybrid camera, but its compact body creates engineering challenges when the camera is pushed hard for extended periods. High-resolution video generates heat. Fast processors generate heat. High bitrate recording generates heat. Continuous processing for autofocus and image stabilization also consumes power and contributes to thermal load. These aren't problems unique to Nikon, they are fundamental engineering challenges in modern compact cameras. That makes thermal management one of the most logical areas for Nikon to improve in a future Z8 II. A redesigned internal layout, improved heat dissipation materials, more efficient processing, smarter power management, or some combination of these could allow a future camera to sustain demanding recording modes for longer periods. For professionals who regularly shoot high-resolution video, that kind of improvement could be more valuable than another few megapixels. Battery efficiency is closely connected to the same issue. Nikon's NL15C battery platform has served the company across multiple Z-series cameras, but modern cameras are demanding more from batteries than ever before. High-resolution electronic viewfinders, advanced autofocus, stabilization, high-speed processors, wireless connectivity, and intensive video recording can all consume significant amounts of power. A more efficient camera architecture could therefore provide a meaningful improvement without necessarily requiring an entirely new battery system. So instead of chasing every new rumor, it's better to watch Nikon's actual product strategy, its engineering direction, its current cameras, and the way the company positions its next-generation technology. Because when the real Nikon Z8 II finally appears, the difference will be obvious. There won't be a need for 10 different thumbnails telling us what it is. Nikon will tell us. And when that happens, we'll finally be able to separate the camera from the hype.